Welcome to Marangoni, USC. If you like fast cars and loud music, this is for you. Since it started over a decade ago, USC has grown to become the fastest, hottest, largest and loudest modified car festival in Europe. Performance pilgrims come from all over the world to sample the nightlife, the racing and of course Europe's best show cars. Coming up on the show today, we turn a granny wagon into a racetrack weapon, we check out the drifting arena, we talk to Mark Guest and fly tipping from Accelerate. Now, it wouldn't be USC without one of their traditional Santa Pod builds, and this year it's an absolute belter. We're taking this, an EK4 Civic, UK spec, 1600, and there's no mere road car additions this year. It's going to be a full race car build, and helping us to do that is this man, Paul Hughes, CEO of Buddy Club UK. Paul, welcome to USC. Talk us through the build.
Thank you very much. The Buddy Club pit crew are going to be here soon, and they're going to convert that standard EK Civic into a full MSA race car using all these chosen parts you can see here.
And that's pretty impressive. Now, you are a Pucker race car preparation outfit, but I'm guessing it normally takes a bit more than 3 days to do that.
Well, it does, yeah, of course it does. It takes 3 weeks for 2 people.
So how are you going to do it in 2 days? What corners are you going to have to cut?
Well, we're going to work very late nights, and we've got some more pit crew coming down tonight to give us a lift. So once we've stripped it all out today, tomorrow the other engineers will be here and we'll set 2.
Righto, mate, well, we'll let you crack on with that because there literally is thousands and thousands of pathways to fit. What's the hardest bit of this to go on?
It's all hard, it's all highly technical, and it just takes time.
Well, mate, I wish you the best of luck, and we'll catch up with you throughout the build. Now, I know what you're thinking, it's the magic of TV, not on this build, guys. Everything you see here has got to go on in 2.5 days, and if I quickly talk you through it, there's so much stuff. We've got a full body kit to go on, including a front grille, race lubricants, bushes throughout the car. That's a massive job in itself. Coilover kit, race brakes, upper control arms, braided hoses, full sports seat harness, MSA cage, sports wheel with removable boss. There's a whole fire system's got to go in. That's a major job. You can't race without that. Then got Lexan windows all round, sides and rear. And coming around here, there's the full exhaust system with a tubular header. We've got more bushes, these lovely lightweight aluminium control arms. These weigh absolutely nothing and they look lovely as well. More discs and then lightweight forged wheels and nuts. So that is quite literally 3 weeks worth of work, 2.5 days. Can they do it? Only time will tell. So we've met the parts, the boss and the car, and let's meet the rest of the team.
Hi, I'm Sean, I'm the Buddy Club team manager. We build race cars. I'm a specialist in roll cages, suspension and engines.
Hi, I'm Warren. I'm the Chief Mechanic for Buddy Club and my speciality is setting up suspension.
Well, the boys have got a mountain to climb over the next 3 days. First job is to get the Civic up on axle stands and whip off those tired old shoes. There's a ton of things to do at USC, including passenger rides over at the Drift Zone. Back at the Buddy Club build, there are lots of young men stripping, and I thought the Dream Boys were a late night act. Well, I'll make that 17 minutes since you last saw the car as a complete stocker, and it now looks like this. Moral of the story, don't park your car in Lancashire. So Sean, kudos to you and your teammate. That was 20 minutes just stripping the entire car down to nothing. What's the first big job now? What are you doing here?
Now we're going to take out all the windows, get the weight down, put in the plastics.
And what is that crazy contraption you're rigging up?
It's my cheese wife cutting the windows out with.
And we'll have a bit of camembert later.
Yeah, a bit of pickle.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. It must be lunch. We'll be back at the build in a little while, but first, let's head over to the Accelerate stage for a little catch-up with Mark Guest and Fly Tipping. So Mark Guest, Fly Tipping from Accelerate. Lads, 2 questions I need to ask you. First of all, does my nan know you've got her sofa?
Yes, she does. Yeah.
Secondly, and what's new and what's big in the scene this year?
I think this year it's becoming a bit more diverse again, and people tend to be doing a lot of their own stuff. We're generally ourselves, we're going out looking for more wacky stuff, because for too long now it's got very, very sensible, very, very tribal. And I mean, what Accelerate are trying to do is trying to pull it back into everyone's accepted, and that's why here at USC we're launching the Accelerate Car Club, and basically everybody is welcome. It doesn't matter if you drive a VW, a Ford, a Mustang, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Now, talking of cars, you've got some crackers on your stand. Which is your favourite? If you had to pick one, what's your favourite car on the stand this weekend?
For me, I'd probably go for the Audi S4, because it looks absolutely stealth, but it's running at around 520 brake, and we've just driven to Scotland with that car, and it is rapid.
Me personally, I'd go hark back to my old days of going to Japan and stuff like that, and I'd go for the red R34. Absolutely stunning track day car. What he's done to it and stuff like that, just the little tweaks with regards to the kind of like the rear spoiler, where the kind of like the boots raised, and there's kind of like loads of beautiful details like that. So that's a real rough and ready car for me, and I like that.
Forget arguing with your mates in the pub at who's the better driver, who's got the fastest car. Run What You Brung allows you to prove who's got the faster car. Bring your car, bring your driving licence, bring your mates, and find out who's the quickest on the quarter mile. So back in the build area, and day one has passed in a whirlwind of stripped metal and discarded plastic. Having taken everything out, all the new equipment is going back into the car. Paul, mate, you've got a bit of a sweat on. You've been working like a demon. It's the end of day one. How's it gone?
Pretty much to plan, actually. The lads have worked very hard all day. We've followed the plan that we had, and we've achieved what we set out.
So what's been done and what's left to do?
Well, basically the whole car has now been stripped out, so there's nothing in the interior, as you can see. The exhaust's been taken off, all the suspension's been taken off, all the link arms have been taken off. So we're pretty much ready now to start building it up and putting all the racing goodies back on.
And can I borrow it on Sunday night and take it up the strip, test it all out?
Well, we'll see.
Well, I like a man who's quietly confident. Join us back tomorrow, see how he gets on. Hope you enjoyed that part. Now it's time for the break. Ah, there it is. Still to come, we'll be stopping by the build area. We have all of the action from the Eurosports compacts, and we'll be seeing some tyre smoking madness in the burnout competition.
Hi, my name's Ash, and I like to party.
Hi, I'm Sean, and I like to party.
Hi, I'm Warren, and I like to party.
Well, Friday went by in a bit of a frenzy, and the team got a massive amount done. But there's still loads to do before Nan's Tesco wagon turns into an Evo-beating track weapon. Saturday will be all about getting as much as possible from this pile of bits into that strip Civic, starting with the roll cage. Considering what I saw in the bar last night, it's probably just as well they drafted in a couple of extra pairs of hands. Oh, USC is all about power and excess, and nowhere is this more obvious than in the burnout arena. It doesn't matter whether you have a 1 litre Corsa or a Skyline fully turboed. You can have a bit of fun, show out, pop your tyres, and get a bit of crowd love. So Gavin, or should I say Roy, you've just won the crowd's appreciation and the coveted burnout trophy. How do you feel?
I feel great. I really feel great, yeah.
Now the car's a bit special. You've done a few tricks like taking the exhaust off. What else does it take to become a burnout champion?
Well, I borrowed this car off my dad this weekend. He's gone on holiday for the weekend, and my friends have vandalised it, so hopefully he won't notice when I put it back in garage.
I reckon all this will tee off, you know. It's not a drama.
No, I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it's too bad.
Oh, it's like it never happened. But anyway, well done, mate. Congratulations. Enjoy USC. Hey, there you go. The winner's laurels. Back over at the build, and to get a little more power from that little 1.6, the team are now fitting a brand new race exhaust. And round the front of the Civic, Warren is elbow deep in suspension parts. So Ron, you just fit in the last of these racing spec coilovers. Talk me through the highlights of this product.
Well, this M Plus spec damper is fully height adjustable, fully spring rate is adjustable, and the preload setting is adjustable. So straightforward to fit. You fully adjust the ride height of the vehicle, and when you corner weight in the vehicle, you can set the corner weight very easily.
Now the Honda units are unusual because there's no flange matron at the bottom. They just sit in the arm, don't they?
Yeah, you've got the original like a U, it's like a U piece, and you just slot straight into it, fit straight into the original place.
And that's it. And what kind of ride height adjustment have you got on there? Looks like quite a lot.
Don't know.
Loads of adjustment. And now those shiny new struts are in, the guys can get the uprated disc brakes on too. This thing should corner and stop on a penny. We'll be back at the build later, but first let's catch up with some drag racing action from the ESC and commentator Paul Venners.
Well, the ESC are getting ready for their eliminations. They've got 2 qualifiers left, and we've seen some stunning runs this weekend. And one sadly has detonated his engine. That's Paul Jordan in the Mark 1 Sirocco. But we have another 9-second runner ready to go. It's Andy Waite. We've seen huge leaps from a couple of the other water-cooled cars down there on the start line for the Volkswagen Fraternity. And that is Mark Gunn and James Hodgson. Both of those guys have upped their turbos and down their ETs recently. It's going to get real quick, but my tip for the weekend is to watch out for the 2 Renault 5s. One of them, still street legal, has run a 10.35. But remember, in drag racing, it's not always about how fast you can run. The most important thing is getting to the other end first. You've got to cut a good light, not get a red light, and make sure you don't go squiggly and cross any of the lines, because you'll knock yourself out of competition. It's all heating up. We've got the action coming your way very soon.
So James, ESC rounds are about to start.
Yeah.
How have you been running this year, and how are you feeling about your chances today?
It's been running all right this year. Yeah, fingers crossed. Today will be the same.
So you're pretty much always in the 10s very consistently.
Yeah.
What kind of tickets do you think you can run this weekend?
I've just got a bigger turbo, so hopefully we'll knock the PB down a bit. A couple of 10s.
Morning, mate. How are you? Just warming up the MG. How's you feeling about your chances today?
Yeah, it's looking good. We've got a few gearbox issues, but other than that, we're doing some. Yeah, we had a good couple of runs yesterday, but we're missing gears. Always been the Achilles heel with this car. We get the power, we get the traction off the line, but we can't get the next gear. That's the biggest.
So, what gearbox are you running in this?
Totally standard gearbox this weekend.
So, what power does this put out?
800.
So I think that's taxing the design parameters from the factory, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 4 times what the original gearbox was designed to do.
So, Mr. Guns, my favourite car in the championship, the cleanest, most subtle car. You always put in a great show here, mate. What are your thoughts and plans for today?
Just do a good time, really. Just mid-10s, low 10s, hopefully. Yeah, it should be good.
Now, with chance of the lads, there's been a few changes down the line for this season compared to the cars we were filming last year.
Yeah.
Any changes that you've made?
No, not really. I'm still having gearbox issues. Keep blowing gearboxes, so they can go any time, really. So I don't.
Yeah, it seems to be the theme of today. I think people struggling with gearbox issues. So, what do you think? If we could get one prediction from you today on a time, where do you think it will be?
10-4.
Fantastic.
10-4.
Well, I hope you get that.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Mark.
Cheers.
Now, Glenn, you're running one of my favourite tuner cars from the 80s, the Renault 5 GT Turbo. You're running in the street class, so if you swap these slicks, you can take it out on Her Majesty's Highway, but this isn't a standard car, is it?
No, it still is a 1.4 though, but far from standard. Running approximately 400 horsepower there or thereabouts on nitrous.
400 horsepower from 1.4?
On a 1.4, yeah.
Well, we'll have a look at the engine in a minute, but what kind of tickets do you get from a car like that?
11.0.
Really?
Yeah.
That through front-wheel drive?
Yeah, we're hoping to run a 10 today.
That is phenomenal. I know you've got the lightweight, but what other setup have you had to do to get the car to launch like that?
Just big slicks, a lot of suspension trickery, and plenty of power.
Mate, we'll be watching you. Good luck today.
All right,
Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you.
There is some phenomenal power on offer here, and closest to us, that is the Renault 5, the 1.4 litre Renault 5, that, as you heard, has 400 brake horsepower of Glenn Robson. Just backing up the Scirocco, there is Paul Bargate. So remember, it's the combined reaction time to the lights and then the run down the quarter-mile strip here at Santa Pod. It's the total time that will determine it. What a great start there. A really good getaway from the Glenn Robson Renault 5, but I wonder if Bargate actually did catch him there as they head towards the line. Looks like Bargate's going to be the first to make it to the line, but what is the total time? And it goes the way of Bargate. Paul Bargate then picks up the victory. Let's move on to our next qualifier. Closest to us here in the Mark IV Golf, Chris Greeny Green, the number 19, and just trying to get some heat into those tyres. Remember, all front-wheel drive, these cars, the Vauxhall Corsa of Ben Dalgleish. Remember, it's the reaction time that counts as much as the time down the strip. Add the two together, we get our winner, and they'll progress to the eliminations. Oh, and it's a brilliant reaction time. Ben Dalgleish gets the Vauxhall Corsa away. I'm not sure what happened at all. Chris Greeny Green just didn't get it away there, and the Mark IV Golf is languishing terribly behind, and that will go the way of Ben Dalgleish. He'll progress. So, questions to be asked of Chris Greeny Green. Maybe there's some sort of technical problem, but let's move on to our next eliminator. Closest to us in the Golf, that's James Hodgson, current champion, of course, sealed the championship up before arriving here at Santa Pod in the Transverse 1.8 4-cylinder turbo nitrous powered Golf. On the outside of him, Andy Nichols. Can they get off the line? Watch the Christmas tree. And away they go. Oh, it's a great reaction from Nichols in the far lane, but look at the absolute thrust of power from James Hodgson as he takes the Golf. and absolutely taking it to the MGZR Turbo of Andy Nichols on this occasion. And it is Hodson, no surprise really, the champion takes the victory here and will progress to the eliminations. Well, Mark Guns, as you can see, no one lined up in the far lane, so Mark Guns in the VW Corrado. Beautiful looking machine this, and look at that, absolutely launching it off the line. Guns gets a bye effectively, he'll progress anyway, but he still needs to complete his quarter-mile run, and he does that with a 10.6. What a time, 137.38 miles an hour. Astonishing time from Mark Guns, and he too progresses to eliminations. Well, this is the second of the four-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive class, of course organised in classes is the Eurosports Compact, and Andy Waite nearest to us. John Southcote in the red car on the opposite side actually has already entered the staging area, but this is all about Andy Waite's run, and he will get a bye into the eliminations, but takes what is a four-wheel drive classic looking Golf. Beautiful bit of kit that, just drifting towards the centre line, but just over the 11 dead, and well, he'll progress through as well. And John Southcote, having come into the staging area early, had a bye through, and he takes his Lancia and down the strip. A 10.8 is John's best time. I'm not sure we'll see that on this run. Why would he do that when he's by into the next run? Oh, yeah. So Southcote 2 progresses.
So Sean, these race wheels, mate, they're rather nice and rather light, but I can't help noticing, but there's no tyres on them. What's your plans there, bud?
To be honest with you, mate, we forgot the tyres. So we're going to have to go and see the show sponsors, pick up some new rubber.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
So Paul, it's been a productive day. I've got to say that your pile of bits has got significantly smaller, but it's still a pile of bits.
Yeah, well, we've had a very busy day today, as you can see. The car's coming on very well. Still quite a bit to do. We've got the body kit to put on, got the steering wheel to do. We've got a few more bushes to do, which the lads couldn't finish today before time was up. Change the oil, fit the harnesses, oil filter, wheels, then we're ready to go.
Question is, Sunday lunchtime, we're going to have it ready. We're going to have a little race up the strip, the green one versus the orange one. Can you get it finished?
Well, we hope so. We're going to start early and get cracking on it early, and hopefully nothing will go wrong.
Well, I'll drink to that. Should we go for a pint?
Indeed.
Come on.
Sure, right?
Oh, go on. So as the sun sets, the nightlife of USC really starts to get going. It's time to break out those glow sticks. Still to come on the show, we'll be chatting to Marangoni boss Derek Carruthers. We'll be catching up with the Bill guys and all of the on-track action. Good morning, it's the last day of the show and the team still have a mountain to climb. There's a whole graphics package to go on, wheels, bits of interior, bushes, body styling. There's loads to do. So we're with show sponsors Marangoni and Managing Director Derek. How's the show going for you this year?
Yeah, hi Paul. Yeah, it's fantastic. Marangoni USC, just as popular as ever. Seems to meet more people even than last year. And the weather's been kind to us as well.
Now, you always pull out the stops with a show car. This year's no exception. We've got this rather beautiful Alfa Romeo. It's a bit special. Can you talk us through some of the mods on the car?
Yeah, sure. We always try and do something a little bit before the manufacturers do. So our idea was to produce the GTA before Alfa Romeo did it themselves. So of course the basis was to make it go a little bit faster, but also to add all the Italian touches and for it to showcase our M-Power UHP tyres. And as you can see, they're not green for environmental reasons, believe me.
And it's also got a power upgrade, this car, as well. So how much quicker is it than the standard Alfa?
Well, it's running about 280 brake horse, but if you saw it on the strip, it's quite difficult to get it off the line. But it's running 280 at the moment, but if we wanted to get it to about 320, we'd have to do a lot more work.
And also, you guys helped us out. We're doing a race car build this weekend, and the guys forgot some tyres, and you sorted us out with some semi-slick tyres. What's that?
Yeah, we got an old pattern which we used to call Zeta Linea. It was a very popular tuning pattern, really from back in the old days, if you know what I mean. And we've redeveloped that now into a road legal semi-slick, so it's E-marked, completely road legal. And I think we've given you 4 tyres for your Civic build as far as
Yeah, thanks for that. Are you aiming that at the club level motorsport and track day market?
Absolutely, that's going to be a sort of track day tyre. Right now it's only in the one size, 195/50/15, which is for all the Euro hatchbacks for their kind of series, but we'll extend the range next year.
Let's head back over to the pits for some more ESC qualifying.
That was a lovely run, mate. How did that go from your point of view?
There's a lot of wheel spin. I'm not sure the track's quite there yet, but hopefully this run will be a bit better.
It's a good point, isn't it? Because obviously you guys are professional racers, effectively, and there's a lot of street cars on the strip today. How does that affect you guys?
They tend to take the rubber off the track, so it's just reducing the grip. And obviously it's not very warm today either, so not great.
And also there's quite a headwind today. Do you think that's taken a couple of tenths off for you?
Maybe half a one, but it knocks the top speed a bit.
That was a fantastic run, mate. I cannot believe a 1.4. That was 11.6.
It was terrible.
It was all right though, mate. It got you through to the next round. That's the main thing.
3 cylinders. I had a spark plug go down. I were only on 3 cylinders.
Really?
Seriously.
So you've got that fixed for this one, I reckon?
Yeah. No, we were only on 3 cylinders. Spark plug let go on line. That's why it was black smoking.
Oh right. So there's tons more to come from this run then. So 10 this run.
Fingers crossed.
Good luck, mate. Now, Andy, this is a car that never fails to impress. You've got a parachute on the back, and that shows me you mean business. How's it going for you today?
Not too bad today. We've had a few problems over the weekend with a misfire. We've took a little bit of boost out of it now, and we're going to put some more nitrous in it to try and make up for it. So it's a little bit up and down this weekend, but hopefully we'll get there by the end of today.
And are you finding with all the street cars that are running today, is that affecting the way that the track's feeling for you as well?
At the moment, it's pretty good for us because we're four-wheel drive and we don't suffer from track conditions as much as what the front-wheel drive cars do. So it seems okay. It was quite good this morning.
Now, it's always the case, or often the case, that we see you and Mr. Guns in the final. You think it could be shaping up for that again today?
Good possibility. We're still a little bit quicker than John is in the Lancia at the moment, I think. So possibly. We'll just see what happens in the next one, really.
So it's the final qualifiers then. Paul Bargate, closest to us in that well, you can see it a mile off, can't you, in the yellow Scirocco, and on the outside lane, furthest from us in the black car, that's James Hodson, the current champion. So all good reaction times from both as well, but I think Hodgson might have just snatched it, but look at the power that surges in from Paul Bargate closest to us. This will be close to the line. I think Hodson will get it. You heard him say earlier on about the headwind that was just taking the odd half a tenth off. That's the fractions these guys work in it. It will go to James Hodson. Closest to us then, Glenn Robson in the astonishing Renault 5. Well, he's off the line already, Robson. I just wonder if something might have broken there because he was off the line and then the power, he dropped it off. I'm not sure that astonishing 1.4 litre, 400 brake horsepower from that he's getting. Not at the moment he's not. I think he's getting practically null. I'm a bit confused by Scoff Backshell, Chris Scoff Backshell as well, who is in the far lane. He didn't get off the line either in his Renault 5. He's got the 16-valve Renault 5, of course. A PB of 10.37 this year at 143.9 miles an hour. Quite astonishing, isn't it? From his 2 litres, though, but all a bit confusing here. Backshell, Scoff did seem to move on the line. I'm not sure whether he's had a technical issue as well. Glenn Robson, well, there he is. Well, it's running, isn't it, that Renault 5? So let's join Paul Cowland and see if he can get to the bottom of this. He's good like that.
So not good news for the Renault drivers. It looks like Glenn's got a technical issue there. He did a very, very poor run. And Scoff Backshell is out of qualifying on a technicality. He rolled into stage, he lit his lights, and then he rolled back, which means he's disqualified. It's as simple as that. This is not run what you brung. This is professional level drag racing, and the details count.
Absolutely, and thanks for that, Paul, getting us the explanation. Well, here's Ben Dalgleish in the Corsa, up against Chris Green. Greeny Green on the far in the white, silvery, and again. Now, I just wonder, we saw Chris Green do that before, didn't he? His reaction times are pedestrian, to say the best. I'm not sure, again, if he had a problem, but the Corsa of Ben Dalgleish absolutely streaming to the line. Well, here comes Greeny Green. Just when you add those two times together, it's a clear win for Ben Dalgleish. So joining Dalgleish for the eliminations will be James Hodson, the champion, Chris Green, Paul Bargate and Andy Nichols in the MGZR.
So this is it, battle of the heavyweights. It's weights versus guns. Both these cars have the capability to win. It's the Golf that should have it on paper. It's lighter, it's more powerful, and he's packing a parachute. Let's see.
Well, hopefully he won't use that parachute till he gets to the end of the strip, Paul, eh? So into staging. And of course, one of the things we've already heard is that the grip levels are not as high as they've been in previous times. You can see the flags in the top left, top right hand corner of the screen there, absolutely being tugged away at, because there is quite a stiff breeze here at Santa Pod. So lining up then, in the Golf closest to us, the white Golf, is Andy Waits. On the far side, Mark Guns. Who's going to get it? Guns versus Waits. Creeping towards the line, watch the Christmas tree, and away you go, great reaction time from both. Oh, I can't square that one away at all, but look at the surge of power from closest to us, Andy Waits, but Mark Guns as they go towards the line. Who gets there at the line? Remember, we've got to add the two times together. Whoa! It's the Corrado of Guns that wins it, but they both progress.
So this is Ultimate Street Car, and that does beg the question, what is the Ultimate Street Car? This is the Cosworth Impreza CS400. 400 warranted horsepower, and Subaru's answer to supercars.
When two of the biggest names in automotive performance get together, you expect the result to be something special. Luckily, the latest Cosy doesn't disappoint on any level. As an appealing package of raw power, supreme poise and surprising practicality, the CS400 is a Ferrari eater that carries 5 big lads and the dog. Cosworth has evolved the 2.5-litre turbocharged boxer engine from the WRX STI with incredible results. Producing 33% more power, the hand-built forged engine now pumps out a prodigious 395 brake horsepower, down the car with an impressive 0 to 62 time in just 3.7 seconds, quicker than most of the world's supercars. Each of the 75 cars has been hand-finished by Cosworth before being individually signed off and numbered by the technician that assembled the engine. Offsetting this power is a brace of race-spec upgrades, enhanced AP brakes, a braided clutch, lowered and tuned suspension, and lightweight race wheels.
Now, so when you get inside, you can tell it's not a run-of-the-mill STI. You've got hand-stitched leather, piano black detailing. It's a bit like Darth Vader's bedroom, very purposeful.
So while we had the Subaru at Santa Pod, it seemed churlish not to give it a run up the strip. Now, please bear in mind this isn't my car and I'm no track racer. Plus this is more a point-to-point car rather than straight line speed. Let's give it a go anyway.
It's quick, hits the rev so fast this car. So making it 7,000, just goes like that. I've got a pretty terrible light, a 0.7 light there, but we are literally in a different postcode from that Vectra already. Coming through for a quarter mile in that quick, and that's it. That is one superb car.
Paul, there's nothing like seeing a hands-on team owner. You get the stickers on, it's now the 11th and a half hour, mate. It's 1:45. We've got to get this done for lunchtime. Clock's ticking, can you do it?
It's looking a bit tricky at the minute. We're going to try as best we can.
How long do you normally take to put an entire set of race car graphics on? That's a day's work, isn't it?
Yeah, about 6 hours, roughly.
So yeah, I better really get out your way, hadn't I?
I guess you better, because there's only me can do this job.
Okay.
So after seeing my pitiful efforts on the quarter mile, let's catch up with the professionals in the live action arena. Well, that's it for part 3. Join us for more of the same after the break.
Welcome back to USC. And here's what's coming up next.
Still to come from USC, we'll see if the Build Boys manage to finish their transformation, and we'll have Eurosports Compact semis and finals. Some come to USC to see who's the fastest, some come to see who's the shiniest. But if you like both, Show and Go combines the best 2 elements to see who's got the fastest, shiniest car.
So Lee, you've just won the coveted Show and Go. Now I would say that's probably one of the hardest to get because you've got to have show car credentials and also race car credentials. What's the secret to winning?
Having a clean and fast car, I suppose.
Well, put simply, yeah.
Yeah. My best time was at 12.4. Wow. I ran yesterday, but I couldn't get my timing slip. But yeah, I was really happy with that time. It's running just 400 brake basically.
Back here on the strip, it's the Eurosports Compact front-wheel drive. First eliminators, Bargate in the Scirocco closest to us. On the far side, it's Chris Green. We've seen his reaction times not be the best today. Can he make a difference here? He does, he gets it off the line. Well done, Greenie. That's good work. Incidentally, James Hodson and Ben Dalgleish have both had byes into the semi-finals. This is to determine who will go up against Ben Dalgleish, and it looks like Bargate to me. Bargate will get it. At the elapsed time to the reaction time, Bargate gets it. Semi-final time in the far lane away from us, the bright yellow Scirocco of Paul Bargate, number 17. Closest to us, the 22 of Ben Dalgleish. This is going to be one titanic battle. Who's going to progress to the final? Lights are going. And away they go. It's a great, and a bit squirrely off the line there was the Scirocco, and he's bogged down, and that's not great for Paul Bargate. Ben Dalgleish was slower off the line, but Paul Bargate bogged down, got squirrely, had to back off, and that is going to be his downfall. Dalgleish into the final. Well, everyone enjoying a great family day out here at Santa Pod. We're going to look now at the front-wheel drive pro class. Jan from RER Developments in the team car, the number 11 Seat Ibiza. Sam Bolton in the Vauxhall Tigra on the far side. Again, how will the reaction times be? The team just checking out final things. They'll inch towards the line as they come into staging and await the Christmas tree lights. Here we go. Who will get away first? It's all about reaching the final. This is the semi-final, of course. There we go, and away. A great reaction from Sam Bolton, absolutely flying. Now, what happened to Yam? He kind of didn't seem to get away particularly well there in the RER Developments car, but he'll finish his run anyway. But Sam Bolton comfortably takes it, 11.269. Now, if you like your Astras, especially if they're the Mark II variety, you might fancy a bit of this. Rob Johnson, Jay, as he's known. 10.72 is PB, 131 miles an hour. It's a bye for him, so just inches it off the line, take it down the strip. Thank you very much. I'll progress into the next round, and I'm a very happy boy. I didn't even need to use my wheelie bars. Look at that. Managed to get it through the line. Tell you what's got some grunt though, that. Well, don't worry about the time he's through to the next round. Here's 2 more that we've seen already. The far side, John Southcote in the number 16, the bright red Lancia Delta. Closest to us, the big guns, as he's known. He is to me anyway. Mark Guns in the Corrado. Yeah, bring it into staging, and officials will guide them to the position. Remember, you're not allowed to roll back. We saw the demise of one driver earlier on who that befell. This then to progress. The 4-wheel drive cars, both of these four-wheel drives, and what a stunning start by Mark Guns. John Southcote couldn't get the Lancia off the line as well as Guns did, so Guns surely will take this one and progress to the final. And what's the time? 11.1. Well, close, wasn't it? But it's Guns who goes forward.
Show cars are an integral part of the modified scene, and nowhere more so than at USC. Everybody's fighting for each of the classes, but the most coveted of all is USC Best of Show.
Now Scott, you just won the very coveted Best of Show with this rather beautiful R34 Skyline. I appreciate there's a million mods on this car, but can you talk us through some of the highlights?
Air suspension, 6-speed gear track box, brand new engine, hopefully going to be running around the 700 horsepower mark, full leather retrim, loads of custom carbon fibre, loads of one-off specials, lots of hard work. Lots of dirty fingernails.
Well, you can tell me the car is absolutely pristine. Now, do you get to drive it on the road very much, or is it just too hard to keep clean?
It is a bind keeping it clean, but I try and drive it most weekends when there's decent weather.
And if you had to pick one favourite modification from what you've done, what would that be?
The bonnet.
The carbon bonnet?
Yeah,
very well painted.
Painted the outside of the carbon bonnet so it matches, and with the carbon grille, it just looks really nice. That's why I have the bonnet sitting quite low so people can see it.
So there you go, they said it couldn't be done, but in 2.5 days this has gone from granny wagon to full-on race car. I'm catching up with the lads. Lads, well done. In 3 words, describe to me your weekend.
Truly awesome weekend.
Ash?
Fantastic, awesome, good time.
It's been beautiful.
And Sean, second chief in charge.
It's been long, hard and stressful.
But of course, for the final word, team manager Mr. Hughes, your lads have done a superb job. How do you feel?
I need 3 days off.
That about sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's been absolutely awesome weekend at USC. The lads have worked really hard, and I didn't actually think, I had my doubts, I didn't think they'd be able to pull it off, but in the usual style, they've done it.
Well, this is Santa Pod. The only way to prove your car at Santa Pod is for a race up the quarter mile. We've got a spare race car here. Fancy a 5 run in?
I'll take you on that.
Right, go up the strip. Okay, buckle up, it's ESC finals time. So it's a door Stately James when you're about to go on. You're running really well. What's your battle plan for this one?
Same again, really. Just try and keep calm and just do the same, and it should be all right.
Well, you are super consistent. Just keep it up. Yeah. Thanks, James. And if you can just have a real quick one, I know you're psyching up to go, mate. You're running really hard today. You're doing well. Can you take it to, do you think?
Yeah, we've got a better chance now. We run a 10-2 on the last run, so no misfires, so we're in with a chance at the moment.
And will we see one of your famous 9s, do you reckon?
Probably not today. We'll be getting close to it, I think, but not quite. A little bit too much headwind today.
No problem. I'll let you get your race face on, mate, because you're literally seconds away. Thanks very much.
It is the Eurosports Compact Finals and the final round. The championship's already gone the way of James Hodson. He's here, and there he is, in fact, smoking up the staging area and getting himself psyched up, even though he had to tackle Paul Cowland in the area there. Also there, closest to us, Ben Dalgleish brings the Corsa, the 2.3-litre turbo-powered Corsa. And this, of course, the final for the front-wheel drive category. See, T-shirt order here. Lovely. Get the old Factor 25 out. Here we go then, the final. And away we go. Oh, Hodson gets the start there, surely. But the surge of power comes in from Ben Dalgleish as he gets the turbo power kicking in, heading towards the finish line of the famous quarter-mile strip. Here is it going to be? Who get the nod? It's Hodson. Hodson just nicks it. Wow, the champion secures another famous victory. Well, Hodson has wrapped up the title before getting here. So too has Sam Bolton. Furthest away from us here in the number 5 Vauxhall Tigra. Rob Johnson, Jay Johnson in the Mark II Vauxhall Astra. We saw him have a bye earlier on. He's got to go up against it this time. Who's he going to be? Oh, look at the bounce from the Tigra. Snatches another gear. Jay Johnson in the car closest to us, using those wheelie bars as well. Is the champion going to suffer his defeat here? I think he may do, because Jay Johnson got it away at 10.8. Yeah, all got bogged down there for Sam Bolton in the Tigra. That's the view of Mark Guns' Corrado, 10.35 his PB. He's up against Andy Waite in the white Mark 1 Golf, closest to us. Will we see a famous sub 10-second run here for Andy Waite? He said, talking to Big Paul Callan earlier on, probably not. This, though, the final for the four-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive category. They both run four-wheel drive. Look at the power from Andy Waite, absolutely on it. The four-wheel drive category serving up a feast for us here. Who's going to get the nod at the line? Is it going to be Waite? Is it going to be Guns? It's Waite. Andy Waite takes the victory and beats this year's champion. How good is that? Well, it was Sam Bolton in the Tigra who wrapped up the front-wheel drive Pro Class Championship. But of course, James Hodson it was who took the street class, and Paul's with him.
So James, congratulations, excellent day at the office. Not only did you win your final, but you've also won the championship, so well done, sir. Right, how do you feel?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's a good year.
Now, is there anyone you'd like to thank? I know obviously you do a lot of work yourself, but is there anyone that's got you to this point?
Well, it is mainly me, but I'd like to thank Ian Blackett, he's my sponsor. Yeah, that's about it, really.
Brilliant, and will we see you back again next year for more of the same?
You will, yeah.
Well done, mate. I'll let you go and have a celebratory beer and go and polish your 2 trophies.
Well, Andy Waite managed to win the day in the four-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive class, but couldn't quite manage the championship.
So, Mark, great day for you. You didn't win your final, but you have won the championship this year. Yeah. So, what do you think you've brought to the championship this year that's got you to this point?
Just consistency, really, yeah.
And also, obviously, your car's been incredibly reliable, which has been part of that. What have you done to get your car to that stage?
No, nothing special. I mean, I've had gearbox issues at the start of the year. I've done 3 gearboxes this year already, so...
Crikey, so that's going to what you work on over the winter, I guess, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Great stuff. Well, well done, mate. There's a championship to take home, a few beers to be had, and we'll see you back here next year. Thank you. So there you go. USC is all over. It's just me and the litter pickers now. This year really has had a little bit of everything. We've had some superb racing, some brilliant nightlife, and a truly remarkable race car build. I've had a great time. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you back next year.